fans, do you want to win your share of $100,000? Simply enter the houseofboxing.com Fight Night Prediction Challenge. Compete with boxing fans around the world. Simply head over to houseofboxing.com and sign up now.
This is Matt for Boxing Social in association with houseofboxing.com and Empire Fight Store. I'm delighted to be joined by Francis Ngannou. Francis, we're here. It's a huge fight week. Yourself, Tyson Fury. I know it's something you've been looking forward to for a long time, and it's your chance to showcase your boxing skills on a huge scale. How are you feeling coming into fight week?
I feel pretty good, and I'm also very excited about it. You know, now that the training camp is done, been in the training camp for over 3 months now. I'm quite excited to get there.
How have you found training for just one sort of skill set, just boxing? Because obviously you've come from that background of UFC and mixed martial arts. Just to be training with your hands, how different has that been for you, and have you enjoyed it?
It's very different. I mean, yes, I do enjoy it because boxing was always my first love, the sport that I grew up admiring, even before discover MMA along the way. But over the years, get used to MMA, and then getting back into boxing, and basically at this level, it was very different.
Well, look, everyone knows your journey and sort of where you've come from. You've come from the ground up. Everything's been that struggle to get all the way to the top. Do you have to pinch yourself and just go, wow, you know, I'm here, this is the big time? You made a big point about getting what you deserve. That's why you left the UFC, so you can get that financial reward for a huge fight. How excited, how privileged are you to be in Saudi Arabia fighting for such a big event?
Well, yes, I mean, sometimes I have to pinch myself to see if I'm not dreaming, if it's all real. But yes, it's real, and then even now, it still feel like a dream, you know, because it's just getting bigger and bigger. A couple months ago, I didn't know that I will be opening the Riyadh season right here in Saudi. And here we are. I've been here for two weeks now, and enjoying it, and everything been going well. And listen, we're ready to roll in the weekend.
How do you beat Tyson Fury? Have you got to go in there and stop him? I've seen you say some comments going, I can win this fight on points as well. Do you truly believe in your heart of hearts, if you don't manage to get him out of there, if it goes the distance, that you win this fight on points?
I do. I believe. Not to say it's going to be very tough. Either way, going to be very difficult because Tyson is very smart and very experienced as fighter. But I believe in both, and that's why I've been training. I mean, I wasn't just sitting there and expect that, oh, I'll get there and knock him out. Yes, I do have more chance by knocking him out than I do getting the decision, but I still believe that can happen.
I saw some comments that you did on the Joe Rogan podcast. I watched the full interview, and you'd mentioned about Tyson Fury and his gloves and the cheating. That's what you'd referenced that. Do you believe that Tyson has cheated before or done something with his gloves? I saw you made some comments, but I just wanted to clarify that.
I do not believe. I have heard from a lot of complaints about his glove from people that he have fought. So I raised that issue just to double check.
Oleksandr Usyk, since the press conference where you and Tyson came head to head in London, the fight for Tyson and Oleksandr has been signed. Do you see that as a sign of disrespect? Because you're standing in front of Tyson and his opportunity to fight for undisputed. The fact that they've already signed that contract, do you see that and go, you've got me to deal with on Saturday? Do you see that as a disrespect or not?
No, it's not a disrespect. I mean, you also have to understand that Tyson has the opportunity to fight Oleksandr Usyk first before this fight, and then he get to sign up for this fight before that fight. So I think he recognized the magnitude of this fight, which is bigger than that one, and I have no offense into that since I'm having the biggest fight.
Mm-hmm. What do you believe would happen if Tyson was to fight Usyk? do you believe that Usyk would get the better of him? Or do you think Tyson, his size, his stature, do you think he'd be able to get the better of him?
I don't believe anything. I might just think what could happen, but I can't say for fact what is happened. I know they are both two fighters that are very smart, very strong, but I would still give a chance to Tyson because, as I say, I believe that is the best out there.
Well, look, this is obviously your first professional boxing fight. Whatever happens on Saturday, whatever happens, are you wanting to continue in boxing, or do you still have ambition to do the MMA stuff, or maybe go back to UFC one day? What do you think?
I still have an ambition to do MMA, definitely not to go back to the UFC, but to do MMA, and that's why I have signed up for a fight with PFL that I'm gonna fight sometime next year. So regardless of what will happen on Saturday, I will still do some MMA next year, but I still intend to keep doing boxing along the way as well.
There's a lot of talk. I've got a lot of friends who are huge MMA fans, a lot of admirers of yourself and your journey and where you got to in the sport of combat sport and MMA. And they often say, we want to see Jon Jones. We want to see Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou. Do you believe at some point that happens?
I don't believe that at some point that will happen. I wanted it to happen. It didn't happen. I'm here today and I'm having something bigger than that. So, I mean, I move forward, you know, even though I wish that fight could have happened. I wish for that fight to happen, but I'm not holding into a what if or what could. I focus on what is happening, which is great, which is big, and can just be grateful on that and enjoy it.
There was a lot of comments. You did an open workout in Las Vegas, hitting the pads. Jon Fury, Tyson's dad, said, if you're being serious and hitting the pads that way, then Tyson will knock you out within one round. You might not get out there in one round. What do you make of them comments? And when you were hitting the pads, were you doing it to sort of kid on, to not show anything? You got any comments on that?
Well, as they said, like father, like son. In this case, I don't know, like son, like father. So they are just being them. You can't say anything. And personally, I don't give so much about what they think, what they say. I think they're just being playing a character. I believe they're just playing a character. They're actually nice people who play their character pretty good. So I let them play their game. I do my stuff. We will find out on Saturday.
If you beat Tyson Fury this Saturday, what's next for you? Like the people are obviously talking about what Tyson signed for, but if you beat Tyson Fury, you stop all that. That puts a halt to it. What do you do after if you beat him? And I know you're not looking past him. I know it's a difficult fight, but what is in your mind, your heart, what you want to do if you beat Tyson Fury?
Maybe I'll come back, beat him again.
A rematch. Is a rematch called?
Kind of. There's something close like that.
Okay, right. Have you got a message to all your fans, the people around the world who've supported you from the beginning to now and the ones who've stuck by you?
Well, first of all, I would say thank you for the support. Thank you for believing in me, and thank you to be on my side at any moment, even when it's tough, even when nobody believes. And let's keep doing it, guys. We get this. There's a lot coming.
Francis Ngannou, thank you for talking to Boxing Social. We look forward to seeing the fight, and we'll catch up after the fight.
Thank you very much.